could definitely see this going to a 3-mapper, but we're going to have it kicking off real quick up mid. Malta and Bentet trading out kills. Bomb's been dropped, and Dexter is making a move down Banana. He's going to try and get around the back of the oncoming terrorists, but it's leaving Urcast all alone on the site. He is going to deliver 2 headshots, though. Is he going to have that level of impact?
Right now, TYLOO would just set up waiting for anti-flash. They're actually going to go behind the smoke. It's being thrown out, so gets the drop on the Grayhound players in a massive fashion. That's going to be 2 easy and quick kills for them, and Grayhound already, set to save. Does make you feel good about their decision-making up to this stage.
The downside is here, because Sicko couldn't play CT side, they don't even have a player in a sweeper position. This is going to be a hefty rotation. They may just save off the back of Malta's death. They're seeing if he can do a bunch of damage. He can't, so they're just going to save instead. Gain momentum and speed on the side of TYLOO. All the rifle rounds have been going their way. But that is a solid 5-7 shot. Decapitating and executing Bentet. Attackers there to pick up the pieces, however.
Now, though, actually going back towards B, it's been a little bit too quiet on the map. And off the smoke. In TYLOO go. Boost coming out as well. We'll see if it's going to be effective at all. Urk is just biding his time.
Oh, that's so smart. That is so intelligent what he did. He waited for the pre-fire, realizing they wouldn't re-peek it. They would call clear, and then he boosts up afterwards to stop the player. That is so sick, and he's going to get in it for a second. Grayhound Gaming actually have the player advantage. Some is down to 16. The bomb still hasn't been planted either. It's actually stuck on the coffin, so they're going to have to cross to the site, and that's where Sicko is going to have his AWP trained. I love that play from Grayhound. Meanwhile, Sicko has his eyes trained on Arch. Or Quad, I should say. Flashbang in there, going to be pushing behind. You can definitely hear the footsteps. They don't
through the legs.
What?
All right, so even with a bit of luck going the way of Grayhound, Malta, though, decides that that's not going to be enough for you. Bentet left alone, 1v3. Eventually clears out 1. We haven't seen Bentet pop off yet, but this might be...
He's playing the box angle really well.
Oh, the balcony smoke goes out. They get greeted by a fair bit of utility themselves. Sicko's actually going to connect to Freeman jumping down from balcony. It's only one of the SMGs, though. So the wall and pit is going to eventually dissipate, and that's when TYLOO look to make their mark here. Somebody, crazy, absolutely crazy, nearly gets punished for it as well. Instead, it's a 2-man swing. TYLOO now with the man advantage, very likely to get a bomb plant down as well.
Yeah, bomb's going to be going down momentarily. Just 2 flashbangs to bounce back on the site with. Thus, Grayhound decided they are not interested in playing any further part in this round. They're going to back out through apps and Quad once again. Dexter's not been affected by anything, and there's a Molotov kill in amongst the chaos. Heavily in favor of Grayhound Gaming. The early skirmishes backfiring in the face of TYLOO. Incendiary to short. Going to push away Freeman, who does have control of the bomb. And they don't know whether a player's pushed down Banana right now, TYLOO, so they kind of feel compelled to keep pressing forward. They would have enough time to back out, but just going to keep going into the Lion's Den and hoping for the best. Flashbang over, and Dick Stacy from the back alongside Malta establishes a solid crossfire.
Actually, you can't now that Dexter moves away.
Have to go in with just under 30 seconds on the timer. And Urcast alongside Dick Stacy doing plenty of damage. That being said, though, there are some gaps that are being exploited on the B site. They can go for a bomb plant too with some up. I don't think it's going to get stopped, though. A couple of bullets smack him on the back of the head momentarily. Only a need and 2 flashbangs. Ideally, you'd love to have some smokes and Molotovs in play for the CTs on this retake. They're doing plenty of damage, but finally, they are going to start to shift this back towards a possible retake. Somebody going to miss that shot. Could cost them dearly as Freeman's gone down as a result. Attacking out. Perched in pool has got 1. Sicko knows exactly where he is, but he knows there's a player to his left and his right. An attacker will fend off the retake. Dexter has spotted a couple of players. Loses just over 50% of his HP in the process. Malta, 5-7. He's got a kill in this position previously, but they're going to check it this time around. Somewhat telegraphed from Grayhound Gaming. There's another one. Dexter goes into peak. It's going to cost him. It's all on Sicko. CZ in hand. Going to have to fend off against all 5 of TYLOO. Gets the drop on the first. Runs out of bullets, though. It had to be cleaner than that. You feel like you had to get 2 kills to set up Grayhound for a retake. And instead, Dick Stacey out in the open has been laid to waste alongside Urcast. And they've got no information either to send the 4th player around. So they're pretty stacked on the pit side in A. Now the smoke's going to land. Coffins and CT, flashbangs coming through. Bentet close range, gets the first. There's no one there to avenge him. And now Malta strikes back. Summer is going to keep the advantage going for a few more seconds. But Sicko in close enough proximity with the P250 goes to task. And it's back and forth, but Grayhound are going to get the bomb plant.
That is so important for Summer to get that final frag. With 7 HP, gives them a chance here for the 2 remaining players. No kit. No utility on Freeman and Attacker, so they need to get a move on here. Step 1. All down to Dexter behind new boxes. Finds Freeman.
Well, not far off on that P250 headshot either. He's going to go in again. Attacker's trying to mess with his crosshair placement up on the fountain, but as he drops, it's going to be to his death. Dexter secures the 2nd pistol. That's a massive round.
I think TYLOO were a little bit slow as well to kind of get moving. Even if Attacker wins out that duel versus Dexter at the end of it, I don't really think he has the chance of defusing. Somebody gets good nade damage in. Well, there's the follow-up. 3rd one. Not going to be as successful.
Somebody got the Sicko treatment. Double nades to his face. But yeah, I mean, the early incursions are going to favor TYLOO with how much damage that they've done. UMP in the hands of Summer. Going to be 1 new box. They haven't used their 2nd Molotov yet. Attacker tried to peek, got dealt with. That's a Molotov into the smoke. Bit of a mistake, but it's not going to cost them too much as Bentet's gone down without much of a fight. Attacker with his CZ gets hit on the cross while flashbang courtesy of Malta's UMP. And now Freeman's going to try and rummage together something special to clutch a 1v2. Had a chance onto Dexter, did tag him but not land the kill.
Well, it's enough damage to make sure that he could die to 1 bullet here. Dexter needs to be patient as ever.
Thing is, they know he has a Desert Eagle. They would have heard that. So if they stay in positions, they can win this round. Freeman, though, he's going to make this one a tenuous affair. Ooh. Does he have time? I think he does.
I think he might as well, yeah. Well, it's going to be at the very, very tail end of it, though. Well, there you go.
Well, MP9 at this range is going to do bits for Attacker. Can trade across to the SG. It's a good take in the first few moments of round 19. He's going to trade positions instead because Bentet has the AK-47. The more powerful of guns, but that transitional phase has cost them a bit of control on the B side. They can actually push across. Bentet doing some big damage with the AK through the smoke. Finishes off Dick Stacey, who was tanked up prior. And now Dexter's going to go down too. It's all too easy for TYLOO. No bomb plant is forthcoming. Not able to tick the economy going forward, and it's a clean sweep on top of everything else. Summer going to be called upon. The Sentinel of Arches and Urcast insta headshots him with the Deagle. It's going to open up business and actually forces TYLOO into pretty claustrophobic angles over on quad. An Attacker is trying to fight 2 separate angles. The dual Berettas do come out ahead. And Freeman is all that remains in terms of defense on A. They need a quick rotation from both somebody and Bentet, and Dexter's found another one. And to make matters worse, an incendiary just bounces off Bentet. They're going to save.
Yeah.
Grayhound have picked the round up. It's more about the future that's going to be more of an issue. Somebody grenade onto Dick Stacey. There's the spray. Bentet upper hand onto Dexter, and somebody continues to push down Banana and will reap the rewards. But they want to run with the element of surprise. They don't want to proceed any push with a flash, and there's the downside.
You don't really see him having too much success with this. Going to run up to the side with the time running down, and got to give him credit for trying at the very least.
So a lot of ground is being made up. Sure, TYLOO have 4 players over on this side of the map. The timing has favored Summer momentarily before Dexter eviscerates him. 25 seconds. Grayhound have to push forward to A. And it has to come soon. Freeman is in pit. Attacker close left. Bentet located in library. The flashbang's good, and Attacker's going to hold his ground. Dexter neutralizes Bentet. Now going to be making a move. Can he land the frag onto Freeman? Yes, he can. That could open it up. 8 seconds to go. Attacker's being overwhelmed. They're going to get there just in time. Or actually, are they? They've just picked up the bomb now. They're going to be too late. That is such an error in judgment.
Urkus, though, wide swing to find Freeman. Ooh, and over towards Banana as well. Somebody's finally going to be dealt with.
They've got a decent round buffer. No reason to throw these guns away, even though they can buy into the next round regardless of what happens here. At least one counter-terrorist was in apps just a few moments ago, and they're going to find out it's 2. But Freeman is going to take Urkast's head off, and there's a peak timing from Summer. Hold on a second. You just assumed this round was going to be a formality, but TYLOO have the advantage.
Oh, is this going to be where Grayhound stumble? We've seen TYLOO have issues with this already. Freeman's gotten into, well, I was about to say a solid position, but he's actually going to rotate off towards B. Summer's all alone.
He's all alone, but these positions are tailor-made for the CZs. There's one. Ooh. Nearly a second.
Yeah. Proper tag. Freeman's going to go down to Dick Stacy, so even numbers and health definitely favoring Grayhound.
Well, health, the Kevlar.
Everything.
Positioning. It is going to go their way more than likely. Bentet on 5 HP.
Hold on to that weapon, Bentet.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is the same kind of setup they had last time when we talked about Pit, like utilizing Pit. This time there are going to be nades going in there and smokes.
They're more likely to treat each other than enemies at this stage, it feels like. This is so dicey. Maybe they're not going to expect Summer to be there.
Well, the chaos is about to descend, and Freeman is the first casualty of war. 33 seconds, still need to make inroads. Malta's got in with 2. They expect a third. Yes, they do! Malta, SG in hand, obliterating Grayhound. Or TYLOO, I should say, from Grayhound's perspective. But again, it's the whole make your own luck. If you're TYLOO and you stack the site, you don't have any presence in Pit. Archer's been smoked off.
Yeah.
Like, you're saying, come at us, bro, and then you get spammed through the smoke. Like, that's going to happen.
Gamble stacking is one thing, but usually you can play off the fact that if they don't come towards your site, you can at least save and go at it next round. There is no next round.
Okay, boys, rotate. Come on. Why are you still stuck
Full
on
commit.
B? They're clearly hitting A. But they're still on B site.
Well, it's over.
They've just mentally checked out. I don't know what to say. Summer and Bentet, 2v4. Stranger things have happened, but yeah.
I mean, TYLOO's decision-making has been stranger. But they don't really have time. There's a kid on Bentet, but he's on 2 HP. They don't really have the utility to close off any areas either. Not the immediate trade either, so it's all down to Bentet. He's going to fall down in a well-deserved victory roar from the Grayhound guys.
Such as a B rush right off the bat in the pistol round. Freeman, alongside a flashbang from Summer, going to be able to chip in with 2 kills. Looking for a third, but Malta going to carve out his head for the time being. Quick rotation in tunnels, though, is going to give Sicko a lot of issue. Kill from Attacker onto Malta. All hell has broken loose on B, but Grayhound are doing a good job of keeping themselves above water for the time being. Somebody's now going to show his hand in tunnel. Still loads of time left, of course. There's no great rush because of how frantic and frenetic the round started off. Urkast needs to be very careful because Attacker's just around the corner, but he's actually whiffed. And Urkast, in the meanwhile, has put down his teammate, leaving it all on Attacker. 1-on-2, and Urkast is going to go in for seconds.
It's going to be rough to win games because you had all the advantages in that round. Absolutely. See what comes of it, though. Summer in a prime position here to do a lot of tag damage with the scout. It's going to end with nothing, though. Swift death. Urkus deals with him. Attacker and Bentet combining. Long range of the AKs, though, going to be pretty beneficial in a situation like this. Bentet's doing his damnedest, though, to get some damage in. And damage he will get. All right, then. 1v1.
Oh, and he's landed the shot as well. 1 bullet this time, and he picked off the 1v4.
Ledge smoke comes up on short. Just a flash response on the side of TYLOO, but they're going to tuck 1 player into Goose now. And somebody, once more. Here goes Malta with a drop down. Yeah, TYLOO definitely aware of this. So this having a much higher success rate versus MVP. And the aggressive move from somebody. He saw smoke, so he needs to get past it. And this time it's going to net him 2 kills.
Dexter and Sicko standing tall, delivering 1 kill, but they're both clumped up together and they've got 23 seconds at their disposal. The foot is going to betray Dexter, and Sicko, try as he may, it's unlikely he's going to get the round done, so he's going to go and save his AWP. Yeah, it's Freeman that has the smoke on the site, but they're going to be slow peeking again. They're okay to sacrifice the 1 player, but they need to try and get some counteractive kills coming in. And Summer, who legs Dexter, does finish him off. Urcast in the meanwhile's got himself 2, and Sicko nearly spins around with the Galil. He'll be looking to back away towards the car, try and lower the angles that he has to watch out for. Of course, in the back of his mind, though, he's going to be worrying in case someone's coming through tunnels, and it's in that indecision that Attacker pops out and claims the head. Oh, this blue container is so very deadly against this exact play. They're not going to be flashing up high. They're flashing just through the doors. So Attacker can bide his time, and they're never going to check the angle. They're going to be too busy checking out pit and long. Oh. Missed shot, but it's not going to cost them a great deal. I mean, Dick Stacy is nowhere near the bomb. Can maybe put a couple players down, but it's actually just going to be the one. And Attacker going to be called upon again. This time, he's playing the other side of the blue container. That flashbang, not effective at all.
Attacker just stood in the open regardless.
Somebody going to get traded out. 3 on 3, one of the better chances that Grayhound have had. Bentet caught between 2 separate angles, but he's actually cordoned off one of them. He's made this one-dimensional. 30 seconds is the same position. He struck with a 1v4. Nearly lands the spray. Malta tagged down to 15. He should have done enough for the rest of his team to capitalize, and indeed they shall. It's Summer that AWPs down Malta 9-1.
So we'll see if it stays strong, though, for the side of TYLOO. That's a great start. Malta already taken out of contention.
Oh.
All right, when it rains, it pours. Well, Sicko, is he going to try his luck as well? Summer seems to be up for the challenge instead of somebody.
I thought
on a bit of a walk, just completely open in mid.
You just know in his mind he was seeing the blade glistening in the sun. And you thought, do I pull it out? Nah.
An Attacker is going to fend off Urkest that long. Dexter has no idea that Bentet's pushed aggressively into lowered, so it's only Bentet there to defend. He's going to get flashed off the angle. How long is he going to stick around for this? They might have to just concede the bomb plant. Not that it really matters at this stage for them. Malta's going to find the first frag. It's a nice shot from Summer.
Just see a millimeter of his head protruding over the catwalk. Nearly get a second. Freeman spins around, gets Dexter. I don't know how TYLOO were just managing to survive for so very long. Bentet, the first player that was flashed multiple times, is here to potentially seal the fate of round 13, but it's Freeman that gets there ahead of him. Yes, TYLOO are playing great CS, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Of course they are, but Grayhound themselves haven't really got out of first gear, it feels like to me. Now, is that maybe the pressure, realizing that you're so close to qualifying for the major?
Could be. Bentet was knowing what's coming, even though that was a similar approach to what we saw when Malta dropped down to actually push out long. Bentet's just expecting it. Gets the follow-up on Dick Stacy as well. Somebody's there to find Urcast. The 2 players remaining are about to be greeted by Freeman. And they're not loving what they're finding. As cheesy and cliche as it sounds, it's, you know, like anybody, you know, any given Sunday kind of a map. Anybody can win at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we're into round 15, and collectively the team has 26 kills. I mean, this has just been a bloodbath.
Somebody's just behind people again. As you said, Dust2 much more forgiving for these kind of pushes. So 100%. Many more avenues that you can take. Especially
when Grayhound are being very much telegraphed in their approaches. Dick Stacy, that's the kill he's got to get. That really is just, that sums up this entire map so far.
So far, though, Eric just taking the brunt of the damage. That's a nice shot from Dexter. He had a really slow first half. He's so important to the Grayhound squad. At least he gets them off on the right foot here in the second half.
Well, has to start with the small step of the pistol. Freeman had an opportunity. This is where the USP will reign supreme at range. Seacup through with one of his own kills. And it's Bentet who has been the ruiner of dreams, and he's going to go in for a second frag, but he's been tagged down significantly to 47. The bomb was in a horrible spot anyway.
Oh, Dick Stacy getting caught out here. And he doesn't really have any backup. You can see how tucked away Sicko is in that corner. Gotta get the angle on it, and here comes the pressure from Catwalk as well, and Sicko had no chance of actually surviving. And this is gonna have to be a save.
Yeah, Dexter, as you said, the aforementioned AWP on the B side, can't do anything to help out Malta.
Running with the AWP, and oh, that's a perfect flash for Malta's position, and he's quickly dealt with. That's the B bomb site, open for business.
Just had his retinas burnt out his skull, couldn't see a single thing. There was a chance for Urkas to maybe bring this back into a solid position. He has done a lot of damage with the wall bangs to Bentet and Freeman.
Really has, and bomb's yet to go down. Quick rotation coming in through upper as well with 2 players. Might be a little bit earlier pressure than TYLOO are expecting.
Somebody thwarting Sicko's position. Dick Stacey going to pick up the AWP for himself. What can he get done? Solid flick to somebody. Bentet, close right, 10 HP, drops down. Dick Stacey's heard it. He's on the prowl for more, but Attacker's going to lay him to rest. Last 2 players very low, but time is dwindling away. Attacker can't get it done, and there was a team kill. Attacker actually killed Freeman through a Dexter. What the hell?
Surviving with 2 HP as well.
May do more harm than good. There is a smoke planted down in the long doors. Dick Stacey can push up close, try and take the initiative.
Somebody's aware of the fact that this might be a possibility, though. Seems spamming through. Haven't connected with anything just yet. And as I say that, he gets all the connections he needs.
I feel like Sicko's got to strike at least one time, and Bentet takes his head off. He's really being the monster that we were looking for on Dust 2. Summer, in the meanwhile, is going to make short work of Urkas, and it's looking like it's all going to be done. Dexter, 1 on 5, has got the first kill, nearly the second. But they're going to double peek him from separate angles, and TYLOO, such a solid performance after the disappointment of Inferno.
TYLOO have been so good at getting off to hot starts here in this series, and just throughout the minor itself. See if they can continue that trend.
Oh, Malta. Poof. Double dinks, double kills. Freeman's going to try and take the fight to the counter-terrorist, but Sicko smacks him up through the smoke. The bomb has been dropped, as of the majority of TYLOO. Somebody...
Just got yard control, man.
Yeah, man, he's got A, so it's all good. Doesn't have the bomb, but...
It's minor detail. Don't really worry ourselves with that. But yeah, 40 seconds. All he can really do is hope to find some kills, or maybe just stick with the P250 and utility that he's got in hand. Actually, he definitely doesn't want to, well, try to stay alive with this. In all honesty, any sort of force buy that you could get would be better than this. He's not going to be able to afford armor or anything like that. So he needs to get a move on towards Enter we go, and he doesn't really have too much time here. We'll see if actually Dick Stacey ran away from a player earlier on Inferno. We'll see if they have the same reaction here. It's not going to be the case, so it might be a bit of a surprise factor for TYLOO to deal with, but I'm liking this, actually. This is a Molotov that's gone out of fashion, but definitely a nice one to throw out there to clear up Pop. And if you combine that with the standard deep Molotov, pretty much makes it impossible for any CT to actually hang out in that area. Weirdly enough, though, they did throw that down and waited until the Molotov had faded before they actually pushed out or took control over Pop, but Pop control gained nonetheless. I'm not really sure why somebody's toying around with the ladder instead of just holding it steady.
Also interesting that Dexter has the only AWP, and he was playing up close on ramp. He's now starting to pull back. Doesn't give you much room for error if you miss that first shot.
Not really sure what that smoke is meant to accomplish, but down it goes, and one less need to work with. I guess it might be to cover up the flash. Back down into Pop, they've gone again. So TYLOO just toying about, really, with map control for the time being.
But then they've only got 20 seconds. They've got to start moving on the site right now.
Bomb's in the position where, yeah, people are getting dropped. So if he goes down to Sicko here, he needs to get around the corner.
He's been tagged and his position is known. AK-47 trading hands, 9 seconds.
Yep.
Time is so scarce, but the bomb has been planted. Not able to neutralize any players on the retreat either. They're going to take the player advantage for the time being, but it's down to Bentet. He was a Terminator on Dust 2. They're weakened. No Kevlar on Dexter. And Malta has found Bentet, who's somehow still alive on 5 HP. Easy kill for Malta. Onto Malta from Bentet. I'm not entirely sure what he was trying to do there. Accomplice, he comes out to the open, but Dexter on the drive-by with the USP.
Should have enough time as well to get that diffused through. Yeah, I'm not really sure what Malta wanted to do in that scenario.
Neither was the Molotov. I mean, one of the reasons why they've gone for the MP9s, not only to play up close such as this, and Freeman just walks into a free death, is they can get more nades, but they need to plant them properly. Small gap in the smoke, attacker can't yield anything from it. And to make matters worse, Malta has just sideswiped him out the round 2. So this is some guns actually trading hands. Dexter, patience, waiting for the terrorists to push past him with the MP9. Once that bomb starts to get planted, he's going to come out of the shadows and he is going to strike them down.
The question is if the bomb's going to be planted in a position where he can do anything. Bentet finds one. Bombs begins to get planted. Yeah, you don't want to go for that, Dexter. Oh, gets spotted out.
Dexter.
He had the right idea.
I can't even blame him for that. He is so unlucky.
Yeah.
Flashes out. The sound cue actually is going to help TYLOO to have some ideas as to where Urkas could be residing, which is on the back of the site. The one player that has struck gold, and Sicko is going to join him. They're making this costly. They haven't been able to retrieve any of the guns, though, which is an issue.
Yeah, also the backstab from Malta. It's not going to be successful either, so that's probably what decides it. I think CC's done a hell of a job with the 5-7 from a distance. Actually, he's going to find somebody as well. I'm not really sure why somebody wants to get on top of the train instead of just playing it safely from the lower ground. It's the only benefit here for Summer is the fact that no weapon on the side of Mr. Richard.
There will be some doubts and worries starting to creep in.
Well, new look coming in from Grayhound here. They're going to get aggressive. It's Malta.
Not really proactive behind the flashbang, though. Doesn't really affect Freeman. Fortunately, Urkas does go for the repeak.
Yeah, it's for long, though. I'm sure Stacy's going to move back in. Sicko finds the first frag onto Summer as well. So now they get confirmation. They've got eyes.
They may have sight of what was coming up, but they couldn't stop it. Somebody up close, but Sicko going to alleviate the pressure. Attacker, just the 2 kills so far, is going to have to go considerably further than that if TYLOO are going to clutch and Dick Stacy catches him completely unaware. So Grayhound are at least going to take themselves a rifle round and get one convincingly. Molotov toss straight into main, which is exactly where TYLOO were looking to, getting obliterated through the smoke, which is going to clear shortly. Still does a fair chunk of damage to Attacker. Had really no right to do that.
Yeah, I was expecting Attacker actually to hear the tags coming through. Instead, it's going to be Urkas to find both Bentet and Summer. So, already tagged up, and 4 players to find once more. There's no chance to deal with that.
Somebody's going to be facing him. The timing was so very off. And his head will fall with it. Dexter, all the pressure on his shoulders. He also decides to push at the worst possible second. But they're setting up for exit frags, it would appear, to try and do as much damage as they can.
Freeman goes down, but at the cost of Dick Stacy's life. But yeah, with all the clean rounds that Graham have been able to muster together here, money's looking pretty good. And oh, they're actually going to find Bentet at the tail end of it as well.
That's like really nitpicking, but it's those differences that can mount up.
Everything can help, and they... Ooh. And their smoke goes down, and 20 seconds left.
They don't check. Oh, he thought he had the kill already. Urkas bit off more than he could chew. And Bentet and Attacker with 15 seconds. Can they do it again? Will it be 2 rounds in a row where they break the hearts in the last few moments? Attacker says yes. Dick Stacy can't stop the bomb plant. Doesn't want to make any noise. He's still in this round. Could still clutch at 1v2. It starts well. He doesn't have a smoke or a kit. And now peaks Bentet. TYLOO will be leading at the half, 8-7.
Usually comes in handy, but with 3 players down in pop, you have to imagine they're going to work off of the smokes being tossed up from Sicko there into connector. Ooh, that's a rapid shot onto somebody.
Oof. The aim from TYLOO and the pistol is true. Landing crisp headshots. There's another one, but that's the freest of all of them because no one was covering the bomb planter of Dick Stacy's back. And Malta trying to spin around and connect headshots. It's down to a 1-on-1. Dexter is going to claim the first bit of blood onto Bentet, but it's not enough to stick and make anything happen. So he's going to back out. He's heading towards B. Dexter, though, is perched up on the side. He liked to play this a lot on the defense side, but he's missed his chance. Bentet flicking across, and it's going to be Dexter that claims the second pistol. Remains with 1 minute 20.
Yeah. And they're not pushing aggressively either. They're holding steadfast on their respective sites. See if they can actually make something out of it. Damage being done through the smoke, but he's actually going to get picked off, Freeman. This has gone awry real quick. They have made the rotation in. But again, Urka's pushed forward.
Yeah, they need to get these kills quickly too because they have no kit. It's all down to Dexter on 1 HP and Malta with a UMP.
Oh.
And he's up at the top towards box halls. He doesn't have a Molotov. And he's going to get spotted at range. This is definitely not tailor-made for the UMP. He wants to try and get the diffuser down, and he has been successful.
But way too much time left, yeah.
He has been joined now by Freeman with the scout.
Oh, is attacker going to check the spot? He isn't initially, but still wins out. Does have cover as well to get back, so man advantage with TYLOO. Somebody's going to double up on that.
Have retaliated outside of main. Both attacker and Dexter are worse for wear. Wounded as they try and lumber towards the end of the round.
Well, Bentet's timing here on the backstep could be crucial. Dexter's on so low HP as well.
The bomb still hasn't transitioned across to the side. It's just outside of main. There's going to be a smoke planted down to try and afford them the luxury of moving across.
Oh, the nade.
This is going to be death.
Ooh.
Yep. Dexter watched it the whole way, and there's nothing he could do about it. That cordons off one of the angles of approach from TYLOO's perspective now. If Bentet does drop into Pop Dog, it's going to give Grayhound a lot of problems. They can't check the backside of the site. Attacker going to try and deal with Sicko, but actually gets the kill just in the nick of time. I thought Dick Stacey may have his teammates back covered. Not quite. Flashbang out. Freeman going to take the brunt of that to the face, but he can just pull back a little bit. The kit's now been picked up. It's Bentet against Dick Stacey. He's holding down on the defuse, and Dick Stacey doesn't realize it. Ice cold Bentet.
Attacker's going to actually move out of teammate as well, so now he's open from multiple angles. It's a great move from Summer to find Dick Stacey. Attacker even finds one through main.
25 seconds left. Grayhound hemorrhaging players. They still have Sicko's AWP intact with the SG of Malta.
Oh, Malta's not going to be able to spot somebody, though. Who finds who first here? Somebody's going to turn around at some point.
10 seconds. Malta is going to try and save, I think.
Is he just going to run past somebody at this stage?
Oh! What? What?
Oh, boy. Oh, time is running out. Oh, it's still going to make it alive. How does that happen? And it's just the waterfall in hopes of getting a bomb plant.
There is no doubt, though, that the tides of this match are suddenly starting to pick up current in favor of TYLOO. Going to be a massacre. The waterfall has been somewhat successful as Malta
stays alive as well.
And it's an AK trading hands to Dexter, but somebody tries to come down and deny the bomb plant, but that's into his death. This is switching into Grayhound's favor. Sure, two of them don't have Kevlar, but the crossfire is in play pretty solidly. Malta's going to go for a peek onto attacker, lands the headshot, and it's down to Summer, and he's got to get out of there. Grayhound have got it done with 1 SG. Mariorpa to contend with. Dick Stacey going to go through first and spearhead the attack. Somebody slowly getting up there. How has he survived that?
Where is he gone? Bit of a magic trick. Is he really going up again?
Come on, you're ahead.
Come on now.
Please. That's not the greatest of smoke.
It's not the smoke they wanted. They wanted to leave a gap. Dick Stacey deeply committed here towards the inner bomb side, and somebody finally makes his way forward, so the attack comes in.
30 seconds. TYLOO starting to lose too many casualties. It is Summer with the AWP that's left. He's flicked in for the first, but he's down to 26 HP.
You might just want to run out of this if you can.
Plenty of time on the clock for Grayhound to try and poke and probe and see where's weak. Molotov's ripping through the front side of the site on E-Box, and Flash is blotting out the sun. Urkast going to be landing a bunch of entries to make the woes even worse on the side of TYLOO. Can't quite get a third, but significant damage inflicted to attacker who's been finished off, and who else but Malta picks up the slack. Malta, he's been here before. He's had this exact exchange before, and it was Attacker that got the better of him. Is he going to learn? Yes. Last time he went in for the peak and he died. So that's a clean kill across to Grayhound. Some smokes being deployed to try and fend off the push. Summers missed his chance. That could be it. Freeman, though, stands tall, delivers with 2 frags of his own. Attacker going to push through the smoke. The bomb next to E-Box could be the determining factor, but Urcast is going to get on top of it. Freeman's now moved into heaven.
Oh, that's going to be such a hard position to clear out. Attacker's in the open, though. He finds swift way to his tomb. Freeman has spotted out Urcast here. Not really sure if Sicko knows about this. Now, well, Urcast definitely knows. Down he goes. Nearly wins out the duel as well. Does significant damage. Bentet is on 100 HP, and he's wrapping around Pop. All comes down to timing here and where Grayhound decides to plant the bomb.
Bentet making the arduous task of moving through. He spots Sicko, but it's not the bomb carrier. He has to come back out again.
Oh, Urcast picking him an op.
He has got an but there's Bentet on the cross. TYLOO secure overtime to TYLOO. So the CT side from Grayhound didn't really pay out that well, and it hasn't started well either. Sicko caught out in the open. Dick Stacy can't get the spray. Dexter's going to try and hold the line with the AWP. Let's see if he can maybe just string together some pixels, but it's down now to Malta. TYLOO will be suffering from thanatophobia here for a little bit. No idea as to what's going to happen next as far as Summer's concerned. Is he going to tickle the bomb? Is he going to come charging for him? Malta still needs to tickle that bomb to draw Summer out into the open, and Summer's missed his shot. He's missed his chance. He's going to go back in again. Malta tickles the bomb, trying to shoulder peek. It's Summer who goes down. He proves to be the Grim Reaper for TYLOO. They're still going to have a chance, but what a clutch again. This could still slip away. It's going to be aggression from TYLOO once again. Urcast going to try and take us into double OT. Dexter misses out on his chance. Not going to miss this time around. There's no flashes or anything proceeding because they simply don't have anything left. Somebody onto Dick Stacy. Someone's going to try and take the initiative with the AK-47. Gets Dexter, who looked like he was covering his eyes due to a flashbang. And now Malta point blank range going to force somebody into a 1-on-2. The bomb dropped down. It's going to be 2 separate 1v1s, and somebody had a chance, but it's going to be double OT. Incendiary should stall all the players pushing out. Just sprays on the off chance that someone has push, which Dick Stacy had. Down to 40, or down 40 alongside Urcast. Finished off by somebody.
It's a big pick. They haven't been able to get Attacker out of Pop either, but this might be a swing towards the end of bomb side, as you said. Dick Stacy's been able to move past. They have to be aware of this on the side of TYLOO, and it doesn't seem like they know that's a possibility.
I think it's all these pincer movements. They need to have something to build off. It's all well and good going around the back of the counter-terrorists. If the rest of your team is dying, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, now it's just 3 separate players. One of them falls. That's Sicko down. Dick Stacy's backside not going to pan out, and Dexter falls as well. Flawless for the Chinese. Malta's been playing so damn well. You have to favor, and smoke goes down. It's deep, and Attacker's going to go for the exact same move. Surely you check the corner. And then you die.
The same old play. Good flick from somebody. That's the bomb down alongside him. Call will come through. This allows Freeman to move through connector towards A to help his teammates out. Summer chips in for another one. Malta and Dick Stacy, though, fire out of Ivy. And now somebody needs to hold on. He's all alone. Bentet's making a move through Pop Dog, but Dick Stacy's down there. He makes too much noise. There's a dead man. And now somebody's got to clutch a 1v3, and he's gone down. Grayhound weather the storm. They qualify for the major.